Добрый день, молодой человек. Представьтесь, пожалуйста, для тех, кто вас еще не знает.
Добрый день. Меня зовут Арсаев Рашид. Я представляю правительство Чеченской Республики, а именно Комитет правительства по туризму.
Спасибо большое. Подскажите, где вы находитесь, что вы здесь делаете и какие ваши впечатления после всего увиденного?
Впечатления начну с впечатлений, потому что эмоции захлестывают. Я восхищен на самом деле, потому что не зря говорят лучше один раз увидеть, чем 100 раз услышать. Я много слышал про эту технологию, про этот вид транспорта и от моих друзей, от Александра, от Сергея Анатольевича. Но оказывается, что увидев, действительно меняется все, потому что меняется впечатление, меняется ощущение, меняется отношение вообще к этому проекту, потому что понимаешь, что действительно будущее настало. И считаю то, что это будет прорывом в самых разных сферах. Я могу говорить о туризме. Туризм, особенно на горных территориях, изменится, когда появится.
А изменится ли отношение к нашему проекту в вашей республике по сравнению с тем, что мы видели на телеканале «Россия» в передаче «Команда»? После вашего визита.
Ну вот моя задача была как раз приехать посмотреть, я вернусь, все расскажу, подробно расскажу, покажу. И я думаю, что мы будем в следующем году планировать уже новый, скажем так, этап взаимодействия, сотрудничества. То есть будет делегация из республики, которая приедет сюда уже в расширенном составе со специалистами в сфере транспорта, в сфере экономики, в сфере других направлений. И будем уже более серьезно строить планы по развитию.
Спасибо большое. Я искренне желаю вам успеха в этом деле. Спасибо вам. Hello, Salvador. There are some partners of our project that are not acquainted with you. Could you introduce yourself and explain why you're here, what you're doing here, and what are your impressions upon seeing Unibike in motion?
Well, hello, I'm Salvador. I'm from Ayala Land in the Philippines. We are one of the largest real estate developers in the country and in the world for that matter. So we build a lot of new towns, business districts and those things. And we're interested in this because we're always trying to find ways to improve the infrastructure of our projects. So in this case, we're looking at something that could be used as a urban mobility connection between our two business districts. So we met Natalie in Berlin and we got invited here. So far it's been very interesting. We saw the unibike and we think there's a lot of promise. Very visionary project.
Do you now believe that it's all viable and possible, and are there any perspectives of utilization of the SkyWay technology in your country?
Well, definitely there's potential. We're seeing it. We're quite impressed with the dedication and the quality that's going into the project. So that's a very good sign. At least we're seeing a serious effort in this project. So it has a lot of potential, and we think we need to make another visit here soon in the spring to actually see the Unibus in action. That would really, I think, be a convincing factor for us.
Thank you very much, and you are welcome back.
My name's Nico Tsoukalis. I'm an equity partner of Oricon, which is a large management and engineering consultancy firm, 7,500 people in 26 countries, 80 different cities. I lead our infrastructure investments group, which talks and looks for innovative new systems that we can apply around the world accordingly. We speak to financiers and all sorts of different people as well. And what I'm doing here, I am here with SkyWay Australia, who we have signed a 5-year MOU with to help SkyWay Australia commercialise the technology in Australia.
So, thank you, first of all, and what are your impressions upon seeing the unibike in movement, which is operating, not just renderings, pictures, and stories that you saw and heard before?
Well, yeah, no, it's good to see the product actually functioning. We've obviously heard and talked a lot about what the thing can do and all that business, but it's great to see the product working. The unibike, although it's a smaller version of it, it's great to see it that the technology does work from that perspective, and look forward to generating the next sort of versions of the technology from here onwards.
Thank you very much, because the opinion of an engineer from such an esteemed and experienced company as Oricon is valuable for us.
No, thank you.
Thank you.
No worries.
Nick, just in case there are some people that do not know you, please introduce yourself first. Who are you? And, the rest afterwards.
Okay, Nick Bolkus. I was a Minister of the Federal Government in Australia for the best part of 10 years in the Labor Party administrations, and a Senator for the state of South Australia for 24 years. And since I retired from politics 10 years ago, I've been working with the private sector, developing projects and helping them sort out obstacles with government. So I've had a life in politics for about 40 years.
Thank you. Attention from politicians, albeit retired, whatever, is very important for us in order to promote the project. Australia is the country that probably showed interest in SkyWay technology more than any other country of the world. So please tell our spectators, our viewers, what you are doing here and what are your impressions.
Right, I've been involved with Rod Hook & Associates, a South Australian company, on this project. Rod Hook has a long history in transport infrastructure. In Australia, is very, very widely respected. And I've been part of the team on SkyWay's the project. Coming here, I had a lot of questions. I had confidence in it, but I wasn't sure how much confidence I had. But seeing it operate, seeing the technical staff, seeing the professional staff, and listening to some very detailed questions from our engineering cohort and the way they've been handled by the engineers on the ground here, I'm leaving with a lot more confidence that the project has got a big future in Australia.
Thank you very much, and welcome back in spring when we organize an official opening of the EcoTechnoPark.
I look forward to it. I've got some friends in Australia who come from Minsk. They're very prominent in the sporting field, and we've been talking about Minsk for a long time. I never thought it would be as beautiful as it is, and I'll definitely come back when the weather's a bit easier. Thank you.
Thank you.
It's Graham Bentley. I'm a rail engineer from Oricon. So I've been invited to come out to the SkyWay test facility today and witness the inaugural operation of the unibike that we saw operating outside.
And what are your impressions after you saw it in operation?
Yeah, well, it was very impressive. It was very smooth. There was very low levels of sound there, and we understand that there's still development with the track structure ongoing, and it's going to be, the noise is going to be suppressed. But yes, it was very impressive indeed.
What about the experimental production shop that you have already visited?
Yeah, in terms of manufacturing facilities, it was a very good environment. The people there were very informative. There was good lean processes to be seen, and it was generally a very, very structured tour. So yeah, very impressive actually. And the modules that we saw there as well, in the sort of final stages of completion, lots of innovation, which is very refreshing.
Thank you. Do you see a potential for our technology in your native country?
Yeah, so it's interesting you mentioned that. So I mean, in the applications that SkyWay has in terms of urban applications, in terms of high speed applications, and in terms of freight or cargo applications, Australia has many requirements for many of those applications and those solutions as well. So whether it be iron ore, whether it be intermodal freight, there's an absolute market there for an innovative cargo solution. Urban design, Australia is starting to accelerate its light rail usage now, but the SkyWay system, if it's realised in terms of lower capital costs and lower operating costs, then there's great potential there for it as well. And even the third application in terms of high speed, there are many studies going on in Australia which are looking to deploy a high-speed rail system between Brisbane, Sydney and Melbourne. So again, there's a great opportunity there for it. So from what we've seen so far, obviously there's some way to go, but very much it's developed and it's a fully tested and proven local system at the moment in Belarus. So yeah.
Thank you very much, and I wish all of us fruitful and mutually beneficial cooperation in future.
Thank you.
Thank you. To our spectators, viewers that do not know you, please introduce yourself briefly.
I'm Dougal Spork. I'm a director and chair of the board of MBM. We're construction cost planners and managers, so have a very broad experience in infrastructure development and particularly rail and road. Yeah.
And you are here in Belarus, or where? Just explain where you find yourself.
Well, I'm in Belarus. It's my first time to this part of the world, and it's quite interesting actually. My expectations of Belarus were very different to what I've seen, which is actually a reasonably well-developed economy and obviously a growing economy, and it's very, very impressive to see.
And climate is quite different from what you are used to back in Australia.
Yes, we've come out of 32 degrees of Celsius of heat to the -2, but the cold's refreshing. Yeah.
Thank you. And you are here with the aim of?
Well, I'm here to look at the economic benefits of the system. So my background is analysing costs, both construction costs and operational costs. So I'm here to sit down with the team from SkyWay to look at their costs and how they've developed them, and also their operational costs. Because one of the great benefits of this system is it's substantially cheaper to construct than a normal light rail or heavy rail system. And if we're here to verify that, and if we can verify that, it will show that there's a big future for this in all countries through the world, in both public transport and freight transport. Yeah.
Has your experience here been positive? In other words, do you see a potential for the SkyWay technology in your country?
Yes, it's very impressive. Obviously we're new to the system, so there's a lot of questions to be had. But every time we ask a question, we're getting very good solutions and answers back. So it's looking very positive, I think. And there is, particularly in freight, but also urban transport, a lot of opportunity for this type of system in Australia. Yeah.
Thank you very much. Your opinion is very valuable to us.
Thank you.
My name is Harry Turner, and I am the leader of the transport section in Oricon, Adelaide office in South Australia.
In other words, you are a very important person, and we are very grateful that you have honored us with your visit. Please explain where you are and what you are doing here.
Well, I'm a bridge engineer, but I also have worked on a lot of rail projects, especially in Australia and around Asia. So I understand bridges and structures and large infrastructure projects. So the reason I'm here is to have a look at SkyWay, particularly the test site, which we've just seen today, and judge how something like this might be built and accredited in Australia.
Oh, and what is your opinion now?
Well, it is very impressive what I've seen, and very impressive when I hear how quickly it's been built as well. I think something like this could very well be built in Australia. It gives us some information too for our discussions with the safety regulator to help in the process of getting the whole system accredited.
Thank you very much. Your opinion is valuable for our project, and I wish our companies mutually beneficial cooperation in future. Thank you for your visit and your opinion.
Hi, I'm Nona Torres. I head the Business Development Group of AC Infrastructure Holdings Corporation from the Philippines.
And you are the head of the delegation of your country.
Yes, at the moment, yes.
Please tell everybody where you are and what is the aim of your stay in our country.
We wanted to look at the SkyWay technology, which we learned from about it in Berlin during the Innotrans conference, and it's an exciting solution, we believe. And we came here to see the demonstration and how it works and understand more about the technology and how it can be applied perhaps in the Philippines.
And as far as I know, I may be mistaken, but I've heard that after the visit of your CEO, to our booth in Berlin. Even some project was suspended in the Philippines, and you decided to take time to decide whether SkyWay technology is more applicable in your country. So, what are your impressions of our technology upon being a witness of it being put into operation?
Yes, we were looking for technologies, people mover system technologies that might be able to help and alleviate the congestion that we're currently experiencing in some of our business districts. And so this we believe might be a solution that can be applied, especially after seeing the demonstration today. There seems to be a lot of potential, the way it looks. And the way it works may definitely be applicable to business districts in general.
Thank you very much, and we'll be waiting for your final decision, and hopefully our countries will cooperate with mutual benefits. Thank you.
Thank you as well.
Молодой человек, возможно, вас не все еще знают. Представьтесь, пожалуйста.
Виктор Бабурин, заместитель директора по развитию заостренной технологии.
Спасибо большое. Скажите для тех, кто впервые, так сказать, присоединился к нам, где мы находимся и что мы здесь делаем?
Мы находимся на демонстрационном участке технологии SkyWay под названием EcoTechnoPark в городе Марьина Горка. Сегодня произошел, скажем так, первый демонстрационный, даже можно сказать тестовый запуск унибайка, легкой подвижной системы. Мы продемонстрировали путевую структуру, продемонстрировали подвижной состав, систему управления. Ну, мы должны понимать, что сейчас это, скажем так, первый запуск, такой сырой пре-альфа тестовый запуск, но мы показали систему, которая работает и у которой большое будущее. Это оценили в том числе наши высокие гости из Австралии, из Филиппин, из Израиля.
Ну и вы как заместитель директора по развитию, насколько это развитие стало более ощутимым после сегодняшнего мероприятия? Поделитесь, пожалуйста, с нашими партнерами.
Ну, мы поймем это по ходу движения, скажем так, дальнейшего, но самый главный аргумент, с которым я всегда сталкивался на переговорах, это то, что, ребята, технология нам нравится, но покажите, где это можно потрогать в железе, в металле, и едет ли это правда по этой путевой структуре. Этот вопрос, в принципе, снят. Едет. Как бы, ну, у нас, скажем так, не было по этому поводу вопросов. Были вопросы просто людей, которые интересовались технологией.
Спасибо большое. Я не сомневаюсь, что весь наш проект после этого тоже поедет намного быстрее. Спасибо вам.
Спасибо вам большое. Спасибо за внимание. Всего доброго.